You really don't deal with people much. You learn to love from a distance because you can't play fake. You attract strangers no matter where you go. You always under attack, even if you staying out the way and you trying to do everything right. People always try to feel dim in your light, but
Listen to this.
this is how you know you're the chosen one. And no, everybody is not selected to be a chosen one. Chosen one is a person that's really pretty much selected on this planet to handle certain assignments. Pretty much like help people, you know what I mean? Like help other chosen ones to be healed, or just other people that just got lost in the matrix type shit. Like to know that you're a chosen one, like your childhood, 9 out of 10, your childhood was pretty much difficult growing up. You may have abandonment issues, like you feel like you're being overlooked by your family, you never really fit in, you're mad different from your siblings. Like you see things and new things other people didn't. There's always something about you people don't like about you, but it's never a reason why they don't like you. Growing up, you always get hurt by the people you try to help. You're always considered as like you're weird or you're crazy. You like being alone because you feel like you can't relate to people. Bugs and animals vibrated to you. Like even if you're scared of them, like you have this type of energy with them that nobody could like understand. As more you grow and you turn into an adult, you become more quiet. You become isolated. You really don't deal with people much. You learn to love from a distance because you can't play fake. You attract strangers no matter where you go. You always under attack, even if you staying out the way and you trying to do everything right. People always try to feel dim in your light, but
Listen to this.
this is how you know.
Peace family, back again and sharing more wisdom, knowledge and understanding. That's all I'm going to be bringing to YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And we're going, sorry about that, we are going to dismantle, yeah, all the deceptions that you encounter in Babylon. And little by little, you're going to learn. Not worried about YouTube no more. I'm not scared about YouTube no more. They've been deleting my videos. Yeah, now means, you know, I'm gonna hit them with more and more truth. That's what's going to happen. Stand up. Let's copyright and more truth and more wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Yeah. And there will be other channels. Understand that? Because what I told you guys is that there is an operation going on. Okay, things are done by design. These things are not happening by coincidence. Yeah. You can go and investigate everything I tell you here, if it's true or not. You can go find out if Yhwh is lying to you about his kingdom that he gave you, which is all an illusion created by the controllers, by the guys that own the state that you live in. Understand that? And they will not tell you the truth or nothing because they profit with you. It's the same what I told you what happened in this court, you know what I'm saying, that these Negroes do minor crimes, and then when they get there, they get somebody to represent them. Next minute, they got 20 years in jail because somebody sold them. Somebody cut a deal in their back. They are illiterate. They cut a deal. They make money on them because they are property of the state. Send them there. They're going to work for free. Somebody going to get paid. Not him, because he doesn't have to get paid because he's just word of state. He's an Israelite. He's a blank panther. Yeah, he's an African revolutionary, which I don't understand at all. Why will somebody come out of Africa, go all the way to America, talking about black power, black revolution, we are all Africans? Why are the Africans not talking all that crap in the continent? They ain't doing that. Yeah. But you got these non-Africans claiming all of that. And normally all of them come from the same places that Yahweh educate them. The schools that I told you. Yeah. The colleges, the universities. Hello. They all came from there. And they all telling you, you African, you gotta go back to Africa. You gotta stand as an African. Fuck the white man. He's the devil. Yeah? But they only going to fool the niggers that never been in Africa with that talk. You understand that? Because if you've been in Africa, you know what Africa is like. Yeah? They got governments. It's the same. Africa is no different than America. There's racism. Everything is there. Negroes killing Negroes for racism. Some tribe don't like the other tribe. They're going to kill them. They're going to make war. They're going to wipe them out. I've seen it happening over and over and over. And there's no white man in Africa. What do you think? But they're going to go to another continent. They're going to go to Europe. They're going to go America. They're going to go to India, Japan, anywhere, and say that Africa is the superpower. We all Africans. We gotta come together. How are you gonna do that if you can't even do that in your own African continent? You have no control in the damn place or nothing. They don't control the African continent. They don't control that. These niggas that are there don't control that. And they are all divided by the religion of Yahweh that I told you. And the other religions that they all divided. And they all kill each other just like they kill in America or in Europe, everywhere. There's racism and they disclassify each other, enslave each other, use each other, all this stuff. It's a systemic system, and it works everywhere the same. But you're going to let these professors and these teachers come down on you, telling you all them lies about black civilization, black culture, black language. Why all of these things died and disappeared? Why no Negro speak African language no more in the first place? Can you explain that? With a continent that is bigger than any other continent, but their language is not universal. Everybody's not speaking no Swahili or no African language. They speaking English. They speaking French in Africa. They speaking Portuguese in Africa. They speaking even Spanish. All of them languages you see in Europe, that's what they're speaking in Africa. Yeah, and then there's people have their own old languages and Creoles. Some people, yeah, like my people back there. But All of these came to nothing, came to disappearance, because the governments that they put in place made sure to wipe out anything African, any African language was not kept, the books were destroyed. The teachers, when they died, finished. The last ones dying, all this, that new language, when they die, the language is dead. Die with them. And all the new kids that come up after their, reset words is for that. So that the language disappears. The whole thing disappeared in Africa. They don't even know. Only, I see a few tribes, you know what I'm saying, can speak their own language, their own thing, but the rest of them don't know shit. They all speak foreign language. That's not a. So you're telling me now that, but you gotta be an African. You gotta identify with an African. But Africans don't identify with you, especially if you're not in Africa. You could even be. I was born in Africa, but just because you're not in Africa, they don't even identify with you. How do you explain that? Africans are under the biggest mind control system than any other continent. They worship white Jesus in the middle of African churches. All these Christian churches there in Africa. Yeah, with white Jesus, black woman, black man, black babies in a big ass church, bowing down, worshiping Jesus, white Jesus in the cross. Yeah, but I'm African. We are all Africans. You niggas are loved white men too much. Really? So how come you speak his language in Africa and force this on us? And all the people that wanted just to be African, you know what happened to them? You know what happened to them? I don't want to tell you the stories of what happened to them. Some of them were my family. They were arrested. And, they don't care about no Africa back there. It's all a political system. The presidents come, they have cut deals with, the president, well, they are, the entity that represents an entity outside of them is a state. They all in a state. Yeah. It was not like that in the beginning, but it is now. It's not a, like, the whole birth certificate thing. Before, they were not writing your birth certificate in capital letters. Mine is not in capital letters, but in Africa. But now, they all gonna come in capital letters. Why are they doing that? Africa is part of the same thing. It's a state. And you are just, word of state. Understand that? But they don't, they think you don't know. These people that do that, they think that you're stupid and you're not even supposed to know nothing. You're supposed to be dumb. And so that they can buy all their lies. And they can do you over and over again the same. That's all they're going to do. They ain't going to give you nothing. Yeah, they are the system. They are the state that can give you whatever you want. They can fool you, tell you you're African, you have rights, and this and that. You don't. You never had. Most of my people had to leave because these tyrannical governments came in and took their lands. They took the lands, and anybody complained, they arrest you. We never hear from you again. Oh, he died in jail, hung himself. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened back there in Africa. And then when they all died and they took their lands, guess what? These dudes are cutting deals with Chinese, with Portuguese, with Americans. They're all coming in to dig oil, to do whatever they're doing in there, whatever dodgy business they're doing in there. And they're making money in that damn lands that belong to black people that were destroyed, taken out. Yeah, or in other countries, what they do, because they don't want to go to the whole hassle to take the land from the owners, so they will start wars with the next country. So you can't be somewhere safe. You gotta leave. You're gonna lose your land, and then they take your land. And if you're still there, they kill you on the road. When war comes, they kill you and take your land. That's it. That was all these wars in Africa. What do you think they were fighting? Well, we were fighting the white man. No, all these wars were Negro on Negro. There was a war in Angola, in South Africa, for more than 30 years, people. They were fighting each other. You know how many people died in this war? 30 years of bombing every day. Boop, 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 boop. Ta, 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 sending troops somewhere. Yeah. They're not going to tell you the past, what they've been doing in all these decades before you were born. There ain't nobody gonna tell you. It's about information. If you don't have it, they have you. You understand that? But all I'm gonna tell you is that all these guys work for Yhwh. The African thing, the whole thing belongs to Yhwh. Yeah, land, Israel is there and everything. They call it Middle East. Like, it's another continent and everything. And the Negroes hate each other. They go, they go North Saharan, South. They divide the whole land in little countries, you know what I'm saying? Made them weak, made them hate each other. Then you have the introduction of Arabs and other people that live in Africa as well, which is alright. There's other people in all continents, so what? There's nothing wrong with that. But all I'm saying is that the Africans that you see out there talking about trying to convince you that you are an African, be careful. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna tell you. And be careful with anyone trying to lead you, telling you gotta follow us, you can't be alone, you gotta have a leader, otherwise you are just a cell, and like you need a multitude to go fight somebody. Be careful, that's Yhwh. Yeah, you have to understand that. Yhwh comes in many forms, but the one form is going to come is somebody who wants leadership, is somebody who wants to lead you like Moses. They want to lead you. They want to lead a multitude of men, women, and children. They want to call it a nation to some end. But it's their plan. It's not you. You're not responsible for what they're going to do. You don't have no power about what they're going to do. They need you because they need you. You are a resource to them. Without you, they can't achieve what they want to achieve. These are people that want power without limits. Understand that? These are not people that came to the earth to live a humble life, enjoy life, and share the resources with everybody else. These are people that want power, want to rule and exploit people, have people pay rent to them, have people pay tax to them, have people bow to them, have people go to work for them. Instead of, this is not what you think. These are all men. These are how men think. And when you see these religions, it's showing you how man, the nature of man, what he do. He creates a God. He have multitudes following him. Then he do crazy stuff because he's a man. You understand that? And he create religion because it's a crazy stuff he's got to do. It's for power and ego. Other human qualities that when amplified, that's what is going to manifest. But this is not the way of life. Don't let them fool you that government is a way of life. It's not. Your government, I explained to you, it's you. Only you know how you're going to live to survive. Yeah, and you should be responsible for yourself from day one, because if you were, you wouldn't be in the mess that you are now. You will have all your things in place and nobody will mess with you. You will be suffering. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants you to do something for them, they gotta pay you. Or they gotta get the contract with you and you're gonna have your terms. It's not just like, when you come to YouTube and they tell you, oh, you said such and such, we delete your channel because you said such and such. They have no right to do that. Yeah? Why do they do that? Because they own the whole YouTube. They own the state. It's the state owners. They own the whole platform. Yeah, and they can write the laws that they want. The acts of law that they want. Which are illegal because, well, are legal but not lawful. You understand that? But they can do that because it's their platform. Just like they can do that in Africa because it's their state. They can do that in America because it's their state. It's the same thing. What they do on YouTube to you is what they do in the world, in these states and these nations. It's the same people doing the same things. Yeah? And these niggas are stupid, like they don't know right from wrong. They need the stupid Bible book. They need Yhwh to tell them what's right and wrong. They're foolish. That's all you need to know. You understand that? And I'm gonna be getting deep on them because they've been deleting my channels, man. Yeah. So we're gonna start throwing this truth, yeah, straight and dry on them. Understand that? Yeah. It is what it is, man. You can continue follow them all you want. To go build your own nation with them if you want. You want leadership. You want leaders of ships. As I told you, you can follow them all you like. But know that you will fail. You are a slave. And I couldn't do business with you. You can't do business with nobody who is not responsible for himself. It's not going to work because I'm not going to be... that's the days to come, people. That's how it's gonna be. You can't do business with people that have compromise with the corporations, owned by corporations, because when they won't be responsible for whatever. Because if something goes wrong, you can't blame them. You gotta blame the whole entire corporation. That's how it works. So they're not responsible for nothing. They just sell. And they hide behind that big beast that they represent. But they just represent it. They don't have no benefits from being whatever. Standard. I was born in Africa and never get no benefits of being born in Africa. And it's the biggest continent on the whole world. How do you explain that? But you're gonna have these clowns telling you that you're gonna be an African. These guys are self-haters. They don't love Africans. You're not an African. You gotta be an African. Yeah, trying to label you using the emotional standards, because these motherfuckers feed on your emotions. I told you that's how they feed and that's how they control the sheep, by emotions. Yeah, they use emotions on them. They tell them that we all of a sudden we hate Africans, we racists, we self-haters. I'm not no self-hater or racist or nothing. That's not that. Yeah, I'm righteous. I'm telling you what you need to hear, and you have a problem because you got gatekeepers controlling you, telling you what to do, telling you who you are. You have no choice. No chance for you. Understand that? You're a slave. So you can't serve two masters. That's the point that you gotta come. That even the cube tells you bullshit that you can't serve two masters. But you know, when you're dumb, you're dumb. Yeah. And always you guys be talking this crap about black people this, black people that. But you don't know what black people even is and where these terms come from and what they mean. You're ignorant and illiterate. So before you assuming your nationality and assuming that everybody that looks dark is such and such, yeah, you should go look yourself in the mirror and shut the hell up. Because you have no idea of what Africa is or what it did to the black people. This alien entity that they call the continent, this name is an evil name. Because what they did there back there since I was young, they did it. I know, man, this is an evil name, and this name was fabricated by the controllers. Because there was no Africa in that continent. We show you the maps, the old maps. Don't show that continent being called Africa. How do you explain that? And why do you think all the niggas there are so dumb that they accepted this name? Whoa. Was the white man that conquered them and gave them this name and wrote the maps? And even maps showing Africa like small continent, because they wrote the maps and they gave in the names and everything. Gave these divide. I told you, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the French, the German, all of them went down there by, you know, mandates of Rome. They went down there, they took down these Africans and they rewrote the whole history and they gave them countries with new names, you know what I'm saying? Everything, they changed everything, divided land with, you know, imaginary lines and gave them countries. You're going to be Angola, you're going to be Mozambique, you're going to be Guinea-Bissau, you're going to be Cape Verde, you're going to be, you know, Gabon, Ghana, all of that. Nigeria, Liberia, all these names was a setup with Jesus, all same setup, same script. When they set up all these countries, then they gave them the same scripts, Religio script. They divided the countries that will worship Jesus and countries that will not worship Jesus and will worship other gods like Allah and Yhwh and you know, and in the other religions. So they split it to create positive, negative poles. So they have these niggas fighting each other over the religion, like they've been fighting since I was born. Millions of niggas died without food, without water, without clothes, without shoe, without nothing. Yeah? Just total poverty. And there were these devils there shooting everything all the time, every day. Nobody could have peace. Nobody could have nothing. People were killing themselves because there was no hope for them. Millions of niggas died. There was no... Where's the black power in Africa? There's no black power. It's all... It's what I tell you guys. It's all an illusion they create for you. Because you're asleep. You don't know history. You cannot even look at Africa right now and tell them that there is no such thing. That Africa is run by alien entities. Okay? It's not an African role out there that, you know, you are not proud to be African. Are you kidding me? African law have their own laws. They are under all the law, you know, laws of strangers, laws of aliens. Understand that? But they're gonna blame you and tell you that you're just a self-hater man. Why do you hate to be black so bad? Because I have no reason to love to be black. It's not that. Because either you're in Africa, there will be racism, and your life is hell, and you're black. If you go to Europe, it's the same. If you go to America, it's the same. No matter where you go, the system is the same. It's the same people that own these places, and they have the same things going on everywhere. It's the same vibration going on everywhere. War and discrimination. Fear, war, discrimination, poverty, yeah, and all these other things that they bring with it, banking, uh, healthcare, um, all this stuff that they bring. And you go to Africa, it's the same. They just take it all in. And there's nothing, no agenda that the Africans say, no, 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 no. We righteous, we're not going to do that. No. All the agendas they do in Europe, they do in Africa. All the agendas they do in America, they do in Africa. All the agendas, it's all the same. The Africans don't have their own self-will like you think. The government do, not them. They just like Chinese. Because everybody talk about, oh, Chinese, oh my God, they're so slaves. It's a communist country, oh my God, I couldn't leave them, man. These people are so incapable. Look at what their government do to them. Yeah. But it's the same everywhere in the world. Chinese is not the only one. All of them do the same. All of them are controlled by the entity Yhwh in different forms. It's all the same setup. It's all the same thing. In standard. So, and I already explained to you what they do up there. When these leaders get up there, what they do, they all gather together and plan out what to do with you. Standard. So the first thing they gotta do is keep you asleep. Because if you wake up, you won't support them. They need your money. They need your energy. Standard. And you know that your freedom has got nothing to do with you giving your energy. Yeah, you all giving your energy to one guy to save you. I told you, Jesus is not going to save you. Yahweh is not going to save you. Man of War is not going to save you. Only you can save you. Stand up. So, it's sad, people. It's very sad what's happening. Deleting my videos for no reason. They never tell you why they delete the video. They just tell you, oh, you transgressed too many times. Transgressed what? Did what? They can tell you. Because they have no reason. I know the reason. The reason is I'm opening your eye. And that's not part of the program.